A lot of you know me as Ocean. I'm a V3 rank in Royalq, which is now called the Advanced Broker. I'm your host as usual. I have my co-host here, with me, Leader George. Leader George is a V4 rank in Royalq, which is now called the Senior Broker. So yeah, my co-host is here with me. So today's topic is very important. We'll just be getting at today's topic. Today's topic is very, very important because a lot of us have this notion and think, oh, okay, thanks, Lucy. Okay, before I get started, if you're listening to us from our YouTube channel and you'd like to get started, please hit the link in our bio. If you're listening to us from our YouTube channel and you'd like to get started, hit the link in our bio, message us on WhatsApp, and we'll guide you on how to activate your robots and get started. You're listening to us from our YouTube channel. Please, there's a link in our bio. Just hit the link, message us, and we'll be glad to help assist you and guide you on how to activate your robots and start trading. Yeah, today's topic. Today's topic is the risks of overtrading. Quality is better than quantity. A lot of us have this. Okay, Dr. Ohi is joining us now. Nice, because it was because of him that this topic happened. A lot of us have this um notion that when you enter multiple trades, you make big profit or you make good profit, which is not true. But does it have an advantage trading more than one coin? Yes, there are advantage trading more than one coin because that's if you have capital. There are advantages when you trade more than one coin. Now, the advantages are that, for example, say you are trading three coins and coin A is not really doing well. Like coin A is not pumping, coin A is down. Coin B might be doing well, so you will make profits in coin B. Coin B is not doing well, you probably make profits with coin C. But entering multiple trades at the same time has its risk. Because when you enter multiple trades at the same time, you might not be able, because you don't have much capital, you won't be able to cover a good amount of percentage drop. Meaning once that trade drops, so if you enter coin A, you are not covering a good amount of percentage drop. You enter coin B, you are not covering. Once they go deep, like for example, once the market goes into market correction, all your trade will be down and you won't even be earning sub sales. You won't be earning sub sales from any of those trades if the market undergoes correction or it has fundamental news, like there's bad news and the cryptocurrency market goes down. You'll notice that because you did not cover enough percentage drop, all your trades will just be in deep, in floating loss, and you won't be earning sub sales. But if you enter few trades and have a good amount of margin call to cover enough drops for you, even when the market is going down, undergoing correction, you'll be making profits downtrend. So that's one. Second one, if you enter multiple trades, it puts you in the risk of coins being delisted. For example, you are trading like 10 coins, 7 coins, 10 coins at a time. Even when you have good capital, it's still not advisable to trade so much coins at a time, because it might put you on in risks of maybe coins being delisted. Because when a coin is being delisted, it's nobody's fault. You know, if the community is not really doing well, Binance is not really hearing from them, they are not in touch with Binance, their community is not very okay, Binance or exchanges will delist that coin. And you might be in floating loss in that coin, and they will delist that coin. And you that are in plenty trade, you might have multiple coins that are being delisted in the same time frame or in the same period. That's not a good financial decision. So that's another part. And I'll also explain in details to make you understand that it's not by entering plenty trades, it's by your margin call drop. Your margin call drop is very, very important also. I can be in one trade and you're in multiple trade, and you might have the same capital and I might be earning more than you. That's because of my margin call drop. If my margin call drop is not spaced, like it doesn't have huge gap, and the coin is going down, my robot is going to be buying faster and it's going to be selling faster. Before it will even get to your own margin call drop, maybe my own has bought like three margins, and your own has not even bought the first margin. So I'll be sharing my screen to explain that, so that most of us will understand how this works. Let me share my screen and explain using margin call drop. So it's very important also that you have to calculate trade with your capital. It is very important. We say this a lot. You have to calculate trade with your capital. So for example, if you have a $500, you can squeeze in two trades, meaning you 50 to one trade and dedicate the other 250 to another trade. You have maybe 1,000. You can trade two coins. You can dedicate 500 to one coin and dedicate 500 to another coin, meaning you are going to save a $500 settings. You are going to be saving a $500 trade settings, and you'll be using it to enter two trades. Once you are maxed out, if you like, see 1,000 signal on the group, leave it. It's not all signal you have to enter. It's not all trades, all signal they drop on the group that you must enter. It's for different people. Like person A now, their coin might have delivered, they need signal, they will use it. Person B now, their trade might have delivered, they will use the signal. But when you are maxed out, know when you are maxed out. You have to know when you are maxed out. That's why you have to calculate your trading capital. Calculate it with your settings. If you have, for example, say you have $600, you want to enter two trades with the $600, you use $300 for one trade, use $300 for another trade. Save your settings. Once you save your settings and you want to trade, you already know that this my capital can accommodate only two coins. Now, once you are maxed out, you're making sub sales. That's what the robot is for. That's what the robot is for. The robot has a peculiar setting called the margin configuration and money downtrend. So the coin will be going down and you still be earning profits until it gets back to your entry price, where it will do the final. But you have to use the robot properly and make sure that you are utilizing the margin configuration. So let me share my screen and explain to you that it's not by entering multiple trades. Multiple trades is not the answer. Because even the best of us, we have made such mistakes before, Before knew how to, I was using margin calls when I just started using the robots. We're not using margin calls. So we're just entering trades. At the time, say someone that has $100, you can see them entering 5 trades because we don't trade margin call, right? So our first buy, you can see them entering 5 trades, $20 for one trade, $20 each for one trade. But funny how it was the bull season, so we thought it was normal. We thought it was the right, like it was the norms. It was when we now moved from the bull season to the bear season, we now realized that something is wrong. We were not doing it the right way. So that's what we are trying to educate people on, so that you don't make such mistakes, so that you don't have multiple trades and you are in unnecessary dips. So I'm just going to use one coin now to give an example. I hope you can see my screen. Let's just say this is like, let me just do 15 margin calls. It's just an example. I want to explain this margin call job. So for example, you are entering multiple trades. Now, when you enter multiple trades, you know that you have to your margins, most of you give your margins a lot of space, like maybe 2%. For you that you have small profits, it's totally fine. But I'm just saying that we can have the same capital. You're entering plenty trade and I'm entering only one trade. I have only one ongoing trade and I'm making profits more than you. Now, for example, if there is person A and person A has margin call drop that are really spaced, like 2%, 1.5, 3, or let's just say 3%, 2.5%. This is like maybe person A, because you are trying to cover a good amount of margin drop with small capital, because most of you might have entered plenty trade. Now, me, for example, let's say I'm trading with $1,000 and I want to cover like maybe 30% drop, and my $1,000, I'm using it to trade only one coin, and I can put like 0.5 here because I want, and I maybe look for a very volatile coin that is very volatile, and I maybe even cover a percentage drop of 50%. That coin is volatile. I cover the percentage drop of 50%, and my margin call drop doesn't have huge space. Now, by the time the robot, I have a lot of. Sorry about that. So this is like the first call. Let's work on the first call. By the time this coin drops 0.5%, my robot has bought the first call. Drop another 0.5%, my robot has bought the second one. Drop another 0.5, my robot has, and it's because I have a good amount of trading capital and I'm not trading plenty coins. That's why I'm able to do this. Cover maybe like 50% drop, and the margin drop are not spaced, so much spaced. And then maybe the fourth call, another 0.5%, my robot buys another margin. Now, all these calls put together, the first, second, third, and fourth call is just 2% drop. The first call, the second call, the third, and the fourth call is like 2% drop. You will notice that once that coin pumps by 1.3%, my robot will sell. Now, if it drops small by 0.5, my robot is going to buy. You, on the other hand, you put like margins of 2%, 2%. You know, obviously, that before your own buys the first drop, before yours buy the first drop, my own has bought the first, second, and third drop. Do you understand? Because your first drop is 2%. Meanwhile, my own drop is 0.5, 0.5. So before your own even buys the first, my own have bought 4. Meaning once there is any small push up, my robot will sell it. Once there is any small push, my robot will sell. So I'll be making profits faster than you are making profits, because my own percentage drop have smaller space. Now, by the time your own have bought one drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, and 4 drop, and it's 2%, that's like 8% drop already. Meaning my own has bought a lot of percentage drop, and once that coin is going up, it's going to be selling ASAP. So it's not about packing trades. I just want to explain to you that me and you can have the same capital. You have 1K capital, I have 1K capital. And I decide that I'm going to trade a very volatile coin with this 1K capital. I don't want my margin call drops to be very huge or big. Yours, because you're entering multiple trade and you want to cover the same amount of percentage drop. Remember, me, I want to cover like 50%. Let's say I'm covering like, okay, let's just say I'm covering 40%, and you want to cover the same 40%. You know that your own margins, you have to use a bigger figure for your margin drop, because you want to cover the same percentage, or you want to cover a reasonable percentage of drop. And then maybe you want to set, you are using 1,000 and you want to set like 4 trades with your 1,000. So you can see that it's not by entering multiple trade. Always calculate your capital with your settings. And if you are new, your upline or your mentor will usually give you settings that you will use. Most of us, let me personalize it now. So I usually tell my downlines, when I do that, I usually tell my downlines, okay, you cannot trade more than so coin. This is the amount of trade you can enter. But somehow, some of them, they still enter multiple trades. Multiple trades can get you in unnecessary floating loss. Money that you're supposed to use for your margins, money that the robot is supposed to be using to be buying your margins. You are using it to enter new trade. It is going to destabilize your trade. So I believe that I've been able to explain. Again, if you have $100, for example, you are starting with the minimum amount, which is $100. When you start with $100, and your upline gives you a trade settings, and you want to add, because it's good to expand. It's always good to expand. You always make sure you're expanding, and you want to add. When you add, it's not to enter new trades. You cannot use that because you added another $100. Because the first $100, you used it to start a trade. You now think when you add another $100, you go and use it to enter a new trade. No. Remember that your $100 that you're using to trade already, your margin call, your first buy itself is even small. Your margin call too is very small. I don't think $100 can, if you want to stretch it, it can, but a reasonable amount of margin, I don't think it can cover like beyond 20%. I don't think $100 settings. You can stretch it though, but it's not realistic. Do you want to be putting for 5% drop? Cannot be putting for 5% drop now. So I don't think you can cover beyond maybe 15% or 20%. So when you introduce new capital, it's just the $100 is just to start. That's what they'll tell you. The minimum startup is $100. We don't expect you to stay in that $100. You can't keep staying in that $100. That's why a lot of people will say, why do you keep telling us to add? It's because it's for your own good. The money you are adding, you're not giving it to your upline. You're not giving it to Royalq. It's to use it to build your portfolio. Now, in the cryptocurrency trading aspect, portfolio is very important. You need to build portfolio. If you use that your $100 and say, okay, you want to use it for the bull run, and you have maybe 500 percentage profit after the bull season, that's what? That's $500 now. Is that not $500? 500% of $100. That's 500. What? $500 is it's not life-changing, you know. So the money you're adding is to actually enhance your portfolio. It's not to give it to us. You're not giving it to us. So when we say, oh, buy the dip or expand, it's not because we are not saying it because we don't like you. We are saying it because we actually like you. You know, we want you to grow. So by the time you add another 100 to the 100 you have before, you have to now redo your. You will now use it to redo your settings. So for example, if maybe your first buy was $11 before, and your margin call, your number of margin call limits is like 7, it will now increase when you introduce new capital. If you add another maybe $50 or $100 again, you go back to your settings and you redo the settings again. Open more margin calls so that it can accommodate a good amount of percentage drop. Because it's very easy for $100 to be caught in floating loss. It's very easy for $100 to be caught in dip, because that $100 cannot cover a good amount of drop. It's even because we're entering into the bull run now. In the bear season, $100 it takes a lot, because coins can drop like 30%, 40%, 50%, and they stay down for a very long time. But in the bull season, it's different. Coins, crypto markets still do corrections, but they don't stay down for so long like the bear market. So please, always set your trades according to your capital, please. If you don't have anything, if you don't have 500 capital, please don't go close to 2 trades. Please, you don't have at least $500, don't go close to 2 trades. Please, let's trade more margins. Let's trade more margins. And the better the less space your margin drop has, is the faster the robot will be buying, and the faster also it will be selling. So thank you. I believe I've been able to address that. Please show us how to save settings away. Okay, let me just do that sharply. I'll just do that sharply. When you want to save your settings, it's not a lot you are asking for, so why not? All right, questions can come in. Write your questions on the chat box, please. If you have any questions, please put it on the chat box, or can ask you to unmute and ask your question. But let me just share my screen sharply or quickly, and yeah, you will still find it on the group, but I'll just do it sharply. Now, if you want to save your settings. You can save as many settings as you want, plenty, for different capital, different margin drop. Just save. What you need to do is click on mine. Once you click on mine, choose on my strategy settings. You can see it. Once you click on mine, choose on my strategy settings. It's your own strategy. So my strategy settings. If you've not saved any settings, you will see add now or add it now. But if you've saved settings, this is how it will be. Just click on the plus to set your trade. Once you set your trade, set it like this, put your first buy, and then get to margin configuration, do your settings, click on show. You just click on save and it will save. See mine, I have for different amounts here. So I label mine, I put a remark so I know which is which, and I don't just write the amount. I also write the margin call drop, because I noticed that since I was saving a lot of settings, I cannot be going to calculate them one by one. How many margin drop is this, or how many percentage drop? So I just indicate it there. You can see it for $200. This was one of my team. I just did the settings for one of my team today, and I just thought to save it so that anybody that have $200, if they need it, I can just come here and copy it and send to them. So you can see for 200, 30% drop. So automatically I know that this covers a 30% drop. I have different, this other one, you see 65% drop. I know that this one can cover 65%. So I don't need to start stressing myself going to edit, start calculating how many percentage drop did I set for this particular trade. So you can make things easy in your remark. Yeah. So yeah, you can save plenty, you can save a lot of settings here. So yeah, that's how you save your settings. Just click on mine and then click on my strategy settings, and then input your settings there and save it. That's it. Now when you want to use it, you load it on the coin, so that, because this is very easy. At the time back then, we didn't have these updates. So anytime we want to trade a coin, we have to go and set it. Anytime we want to. But what we do that was fast is we can just put the first buy and start the trade, then later go to edit and start editing it and then save it. You can see that Royalq keeps improving their platform. They keep introducing things to make the platform very easy. So now, if you want to enter trade, you don't need to start running and going to set it from start to finish, or going to set it from scratch. Just save your settings. And after you save your settings, you load your settings. When you want to enter a trade, you just go and load the settings and click on change your first buy, click on start. That's it. Very easy and straight to the point. All right, please, do we have any question? Good evening, Daoshen. Please, I want to ask why one trade that is entered today ends the next day instead of trading for long. People will not kill me. If the trade is there for long, you will say it's there for long. The trade now, you're entering the market now, your trade is delivering sharp. It's another issue. Come on, we're not going to keep asking. Well, to answer your question, is because the market is good. The market is pumping. You're not happy. You want to be in trade. This I think I remember this. You have been in trade for like 3 months. In one trade for like 3 months. The market is good. That's why. No, I think 2 months. The market is good. That's why you see that the trade is delivering fast, and it's good. You can make more money if trades deliver fast. But you have to be very active. If you are trading on one shot, you have to be very active. Like yesterday, early morning of today, around 2 a.m., I drop like 5 signals on the group. So if you are very active and your trades are delivering sharp, you, as it's delivering, you enter another trade, you enter another signal, it delivers, you do one shot. You understand? So there are no time frame for a trade to close. Nobody controls the market. Your trade can take seconds. It can take minutes, can take hours, can take days, can take weeks, can take months, can take years. Yes, to deliver. Nobody can. But because we are entering into the bull season is crazy. You can enter trade. No. The trade will fling you out. You will be in profit. I remember I like to use this. We have a lot of examples, but I just like to use this as a very good example. I was in a trade. Name of the coin was ATA, and the coin pumped to like 20%, gave me 20%. I entered it immediately. And I'm saying within seconds, I took another 20%. That's how crazy the bull run can be. This is just preamble. This is just play. At least I experienced the last bull run for like 2 months. And I can tell you for a fact that what's happening in the market right now, we are just playing. Coins can pump 100% within minutes. Now we are even seeing that, maybe coins can even do within maybe hours, maybe one day. Coins can pump 100% within minutes, even seconds. You might see this coin now, the coin is down, and the next minute you look at it, the coin is doing like 70%, 100%, and you'll be shocked at how. That's how crazy it can be in the bull market. So it's because the coin is pumping, that's why. If the coin pumps, you set maybe, for example, your TP is 3%. If the coin pumps to your TP and you are on one shot, the coin will close, the trade will close. It is when you are in circle that it will continue to go. If it sells your first buy, it will start another circle. If it sells your first buy again, to start another circle. That's why it's called circle. It's never ending. But as long as you're in one shot, you set your TP. If the trade pumps and gets to your TP, the coin is going to, your robot is going to sell that coin and take profit for you, and it will close the trade. That's because you are trading on one shot. Then you have to enter another signal again. Rinse and repeat. Hope you understand. UCC, or simply put it, no, let her not put it on Seco, I beg. Her capital is not a lot. I don't do Seco. Seco used to make my people lazy. We'll put it in Seco. You are a young girl. She will do one shot. Can you help us share your strategy? I have 800 to buy margins. Chat me up on the group. But DIY, I like to do it yourself, but chat me up on the group chat. One shot versus circle. Clarify. What are the pros and cons? Do we have to keep renewing the one shot? I don't know what you mean by renewing the one shot. So I just explained one shot. So I think that should answer your question, because when I was answering gifted, I explained what one shot and circle is. One shot is that once you enter a trade and it's on one shot and it gets to your TP, which is your whole position take profit ratio that you set. So for example, let's say you set 3%. Once that coin gets to 3%, the robot is going to take profit for you and close the trade. Now, what one shot does is that, you are telling the robot that if this coin closes and take profits, don't buy the coin for me. I will go to the market. I will go to the market by myself and look for better opportunities, maybe a coin that is more good to enter and trade it. I'll trade that one, or I'll wait for signal. It's the same thing. Whether you wait for signal, whether you look for it by yourself, it's the same thing. But I'm going to look at the market for a better opportunity, because remember, the idea of cryptocurrency trading is buy low and sell high. But circle trading is saying that once this coin comes to my TP, which is my take profits, and sells it, Don't close the trade. Buy again and start a new cycle. Once your robot buys that your first buy again, if the coin is going down, it's going to be buying your margins. If the coin to sell that your first buy again, it's a circle. It's just going to be repeating the process. That's what circle and one shot is. And circle termed as autopilot, because circle, you just set it once and leave it. It's going to be buying and selling automatically. If you know you don't have good capital, please don't go to circle. One shot is very good. Build your capital with one shot, because I'm going to be trading circle with. I'm not advise you to be trading circle if you cannot cover at least a percentage drop of like 50%. Because remember that as that coin is pumping up, that's how it will drop too. So a coin that is pumping, just know that it will also drop. Do you have any other question? You can unmute yourself or ask on the chat box. I'll meet you.
Good
Hi,
evening.
good evening.
I do have a question.
Good evening, boss. Okay, please let Mr. Clement go first. Sorry, Willington.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you. Yes, so I have a question about the margin drops. Now, the percentage, so let's say you enter the trade at a certain price. Let's say you enter the trade at, let's say the price is 1. And so when you set your first margin drop at 0.5%, and this next margin drop at 0.5%. Now, the first margin drop is 0.5% from the entry price, correct? I know that one. The second margin drop is 0.5%. Is it 0.5% from the entry price or 0.5% from the first margin drop? Do you understand my question?
0.5% from the current price it is at the time.
What do you mean by the time, please?
The current price.
The current price at which
That's
you
why
enter.
when you calculate, if it does the first margin drop, the second, the third, and the fourth, you notice that it has dropped 2%. Because if you add them all together, that means that coin has dropped 2%. It's not from your entry price. Remember, the coin is going down.
Okay.
So once that coin buys 0.5, the first one, we cannot even do it as the first. We have to start from the 5th call, because you know that sub-sale start to happen from the 5th call. Your margin 1, 2, 3, and 4 is the same thing. It sells at once. It's whole.
As whole, yes. Yes,
yeah.
as whole.
So we have to start it from like the 5th call.
Okay.
But
So the margin
first,
calls, the percentage on each margin call, is it a percentage reduction from the margin call just before it, or a percentage reduction from the initial price? That's what I want to understand. Because normally the way I'm calculating my own is let's say I calculate my own is it's a percentage from the initial price. So the first one I can put minus 0.5%. The next one, so I'm assuming that, so imagine 2, I'm putting additional 0. I'm putting 1% there. I mean, assuming that it has dropped by 1%. But I want to understand if that's the case, or if the correct thing is if margin 1 is 0.5% and I put on margin 2 0.5%, that means by margin 2 it has dropped by 1%. Do you understand my question?
Oh wait, your margins, there are no rules. Hope you know, Sha.
There are no
There are no
rules.
rules to set margin. Yeah.
I know. I'm just using those as examples so to get my point.
Okay.
My question is.
So let me explain.
Okay.
When you enter a trade, right? Maybe you enter a trade and maybe the coin is like $2. I don't know how to mathematically explain this, but let's just say maybe the coin is like $2. Now, once that coin drops by 0.5%, your robot is going to buy the first call, right?
Okay. Yeah.
If it drops by another from the price it is currently.
Okay.
If it drops by another 0.5%, it will buy again. Now, from that price it is currently, if it drops by another 0.5, it buys. And if it pumps by 1.3%, it will sell it, Because remember, your distributed and take profit allocation is 1.3%. The default, unless you change it to, but if you don't change it, the default, your distributed and take profit allocation, the default is 1.3%.
And but that's
Again,
if it has gotten to the fifth margin, right?
yes, that's
Okay.
from your fifth margins downwards. Again, it's just an example. I was just giving an example of spaced margin. I'm not saying you must set your own 0.5 percentage drop.
Yes, I understand that. I understand that.
It was just an example saying that if I have smaller spaced margins, my robot is
Mm,
going to be buying and selling for me faster than you that you have, bigger margin drop.
mm.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. I think I get. So it's a percentage drop from from the margin before it or the current price.
Yes, yes. It is the one.
Okay.
That's why when you calculate all your margins, it has to
Mm,
tally. You
okay. So
calculate all your margins.
the sum of all the margins will give you the total and drop you.
Yeah. So for example, if it buys your last margin, if your
Mm,
robot buys your last margin, and for example, you
mm,
set 20%, just know that that coin has actually dipped like 20% or beyond 20% since it has bought your last margin.
okay. 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 Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Mr. Dr. Ohi, please you can unmute yourself and ask a question.
Thank you. I'm grateful. If the
You're
class
welcome, sir.
can hear me, I'd like to say thank you very much. Honestly, I've received a lot of support on this team. Please, I still seek for some patience from everybody. This is totally a new terrain for me. The money is good, but I like the intrigue and the thing. That's basically what's driving me, So
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually very grateful for the support that I get. Now, but my questions, I have a lot of beginner's questions, so I'd just like to
Of
be
course.
tolerated. For example, now, if two people have the same amount of money, they choose different coins and use
Mm-hmm.
the same settings,
Mm-hmm.
will they make the same profits?
No.
If they will not, it therefore means that there is a way to select the coins. For a beginner like me, therefore, how do you
Mm-hmm.
know what coin to choose from? Or how to choose your coin? I know it's a beginner's question, but please, I'd like to have that clarity. Thank you.
Thank you so much. People with the same capital and different coin, they cannot make the same amount. It's not possible. Now, people with the same capital, also they have the same settings. Their entry time also might, and they are trading the same coin, but their entry time varies. They won't make the same profit also. That's why you hear people saying, I'm inside this trade too now. Why is your own on green? My own is in red. Entry time matters a lot. Maybe when the coin was at the top, that's when you bought. Then the coin now went deep. That person now bought the dip and the coin now pumped like maybe 5%. And maybe, for example, you are in minus 20% floating loss. The person bought, now, the person just bought that coin. You are in minus 20% floating loss, and the person just bought that coin. And you see that the person coin has pumped like 5% or 10%. You will now be shocked that we are trading the same coin now. Why is my own still in floating loss and your own is pumping? It's the entry time. It matters a lot. You cannot forget that you are in minus 20% floating loss. And maybe at the time, once that person own pumps like 10%, your floating loss sorry, your return rate, not floating loss, sorry. Your return rate will now reduce to like 10% return rate. So entry time matters a lot. Now, how you can identify those coins? You are very new. You just joined. So yes, all these questions, you need to ask a lot of questions. It will help you a lot. But remember that as you are asking questions, You need to be watching our videos. You need to watch our videos. Remember that you just joined. And this our Zoom. We've been having this Zoom twice a week. We've been having it since last year. So we have covered a lot of topics before you joined. So you need to catch up. So as you are watching videos, that's how you need to be asking questions. So because I'll still refer you to those videos. Our YouTube channels are there. Those videos are very important for you to watch. How to pick trades is there. How to set margins is there. Practically all the whole topics, almost all the whole topics is on our YouTube channel. We record the Zoom like this and then we post it on our YouTube channel. So yes, those topics are there. We have what we call TGS strategy, top gainer strategy, where you use indicators to pick trades is there. How to use the indicator, how to know a trade that you can trade and enter is there. So I'll post our YouTube, I'll repost our YouTube link on our group so that you can catch up, because it will be best for you to watch the video and then ask questions. You cannot ask questions before watching the video. It's when you watch the video and there are things you do not understand, you will now ask and then we'll explain further to you. So yeah.
Please, the title of the videos where how to spot coins.
Mm.
And if we can get the title, we could go
I
watch
think it's
them.
top gainers.
Just top gainers. All right, thank you.
Or how to pick a coin, or how to pick trades. Don't worry, I'll post it. I'll look for it specifically and post that one on the group.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think this thing itself should be last week. That particular Zoom, I think it should be last week or last 2 weeks. So it's not far. That video cannot be far at all. But I'll look for it and post it on the group. Please, do we have any other questions before we round up today's Zoom? Do you have any other? Can you help us share strategy? Yes, I'll. I told you, message me. I'll share the strategy to you. Your advice for people using as capital right now is to trade with one shot and not circle. Yes, that's my advice. For me, that's my personal advice. I don't know about anybody. It's for you to trade one shot and not circle, because if you are trading circle, you need to cover a good amount of drop for trading circle. And I don't like young people trading circle. That's it. If
So
you
sorry.
set
So but
trades,
when you
you don't know how to do anything.
I'm sorry, please. So but when you trade one shot, how do you know the time? Is there any alarm, any pop-up, any notification that tells you, okay, the cycle has ended, you need to renew?
Sorry? Pardon?
If somebody's doing one shot, is there
Uh-huh.
any notification that lets you know the cycle has stopped, has ended? You now need to start the next cycle? I mean, is there? I know
One
they will
shot.
be in the
If you
videos.
are trading one shot, if you are trading one shot, you will get a sell notification, right? Now,
Okay.
not just getting a sell notification, because you can get a sell notification for sub sale. When you get a sell notification, you then go to your strategy. If you don't see that trade again, it has ended. It has closed in profits. But you can still get a sell notification and you go to strategy, you still see that trade, meaning it's making sub sale for you. So
As you are
when
saying
you
it, I
get
went
it,
to as you are saying it, I went to my strategy. Nothing is happening there again.
all your trade have closed, like it's empty.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
means all your trade has closed now.
Okay.
Go to revenue details. Click on home.
Mm.
Click on revenue details.
Yes, I'm there.
There are records there now, profit records.
Yes, 1.5 USD.
So your trade has closed. Once you get a sell notification, you know how you get a WhatsApp notification on your phone that it pops up. Royalq notification too
Okay.
pops up. It pops up, you can see a buy or a sell. It says there are new sell in your buy. It depends on the exchange you are using. If you are using Binance, to say there are new sell in your Binance or there are new buy in your Binance. When you get a sell notification, go to your strategy. If that coin is no longer there, you cannot see it on your strategy, both running and post. The trade has closed in profit. So if all your trade have closed, no trade again, DM me, I'll give you a signal.
It has closed though.
After the Zoom now.
Um,
After the Zoom, we'll go,
okay. Yeah.
we'll get at it. Yeah. All right. Do we have any question? I believe we do not have any question. Yeah, for the person that say $100, please, you are a young guy. Don't trade circle. Again, I know it will look as if Oshin say I should not trade circle. Circle is good. Don't get me wrong. Circle is good. Because if you are trading circle, you can catch all the pump when you are trading circle. Circle is very good, especially in the bull season. You catch all the pump. But as you are catching all the pump, if you are the higher you go, as you are going up, you better be ready to come down too. So as you are catching all that pump, hope you have capital to catch all the drop too when you are on sec. So if you know that you don't have that, you do not cover enough percentage drop, just leave circle and be pursuing one shot, jejeje. One shot is hot, it's nice, it's sweet. Take your 2% or 1%. You look for another signal, enter, take. You need to be active, share in one shot. But if you are starting Royalq, I would suggest to do one shot. Just be so that you will learn these things very well. Because when you do circle, you don't constantly enter into trades, you don't do anything. So leave circle for adults, please. But if you have good capital, especially in this bull season, do circle. Most times you can just do some trade, circle some of your trade one shot. Yeah. Do people usually send trade signal? Yes, now on the group. Are you not on our group? The person that is raising up their hand, please unmute yourself. Oh, sorry.
Okay, good evening.
This is a market, don't share. Yes, so
Okay, for
sorry.
me, yeah, I
Mm.
have I have like over $500 to trade, but I tend to trade with like maybe $30. So I make very less. You
Do
understand?
you mean
So
your first buy?
yes, first buy I tend to trade low, like $30. So that because I noticed that sometimes the coin might just drop, and at the end of the day you start needing money to buy back margin calls and everything. So um when I compare myself like with people that I see their profits and say, "Yeah, okay, these people so I want to know how much these people are using to, is it that they are using their first buy as maybe trading with all their capital? I don't know. Are they trading with 200? Maybe they have 500. Are they trading with 300 or 500 instead of trading with a lesser capital so that they can buy more margins?
Mm-hmm.
So what's the best way to go about it to make more
Okay.
from?
So first off, you are not trading low, you are trading the right way, you are trading correctly. That's the thing. Everybody have different risk level. Um, if you know that you are not able to add capital, just trade with margins. But if you know that you can add capital when you are being caught, you will not complain to anybody. You will not come and be saying, I have not been making profit. What should I do? follow them. Hustle. You see now, there's a guy on the group. His name is Sam Don. I'm sure you're on that group. He said he has a robot for one shot, for margin call. He has a robot for hit and run. That one, you can see the amount you can see the money he's making, because he knows he doesn't. When he enters deep, he will not come and disturb his upline, or he will not come and disturb any leader that I'm in deep. Oh. He knows exactly what he's getting at. He knows that's it. He's a risk taker. So the people that you see that are making huge profit, they are risk takers. They know that if anything happens and the market retrace, they can add capital. They won't complain. So for somebody that tells you, I have two robots, one is for margin call, one is for hit and run, you know that this one means business. So that if hit and run catch him, he knows that his margin call, he'll be making sub sales small, he'll be using that one to hold the site. So it's your preference. You are not trading wrong. That's the funniest part. You think you are trading wrong because your first buy is small. You are not trading wrong. You are trading the right way. But if you want to increase your first buying amount, be ready for anything that comes in the cryptocurrency market. You have to be ready. If you are not ready, just take your consistent daily profits. Because if you increase your risks and it catches you, it can catch you for a long time. You might just be in trades for a long time, floating loss. You will just be there for a long time. Especially those people that are doing hit and run, they will just be there. There won't be any profits. But if you see your consistent $1, $2 every day for 365 days, you calculate it, you see that both the person that is doing hit and run and you are even better than the person. Consistent profits. But like we say, once we now find, like, once we are 100%, not 100%, it can't be certain, but once we are very sure that we have entered the bull season fully, we see that Bitcoin is doing what it's supposed to do fully, we see that the market has fully changed, your settings, you have to redo it. Your first buy have to increase. It needs to increase once we enter the bull season. Because the bull season, coins don't drop. In the bear market, coins can drop like 80%. Yes, 90%, even in the bear season, yes. But in the bull season, it's not likely at all. Maybe highest the coin can do, maybe 20-30%, and they don't stay down for long. Within days, they have recovered again. For bear season, they will just be there, for a very long time. So once that time comes, your settings, will pass the information on the group, will tell you, okay, this is the amount of percentage drop that at least you can be covering, maybe 20% or 30% drop, or 15% safe. You don't need to be covering so much percent. If a pause trade is not in floating profit, can one return the USDT and start the trade? Do you mean that? Do you mean that that pause trade that they used to remove a USDT? If a pause trade is not in floating profit, can you return the USDT and start the trade? Yes, you can return the exact quantity, not the amount, though. Quantity. Check your Royalq quantity. You are not going to be looking at the amount on the USDT, or no, because the coin might have pumped or the coin might have dropped. So you have to check the quantity. You return back that same quantity, or you can even add one or two more quantity to it, and then unpause it, and your trade will be okay. But if not, you get an abnormal sale if you unpause the trade. So please don't get an abnormal sale. And it's usually the bull season. We're already in the bull season like this. We just need it now to go crazy for us. Because if you check the market already, you can see what is going on there. We're already there, but we just need confirmation for it to go crazy. So that's it. We just need to be sure 100%. Once BTC start doing very crazy, but you cannot put it. You cannot say, oh, today's date, we have entered it finally. It has a 4-year cycle. So yeah, it has a time frame. All right. Thank you so much. If you are new here, you do not have an activated robot, please get back to the person who invited you to the try as much as possible to always attend Zoom. Is very, very important. You need Royalq, that's the knowledge robot. You also need cryptocurrency knowledge. You are first a trader before anything else. So you see cryptocurrency news, anything about cryptocurrency, if you hear it, focus your attention there. Put your eyes there, because that's what you are doing. Royalq is not paying us any money. I hope you know that. The profit you are making is not from Royalq. Royalq is not a company that says, take this money. No, it is a tool, and that tool helps us to make profits. That tool helps us to trade in the cryptocurrency international markets. It's just like a washing machine. What does it do? It helps you to wash clothes. So Royalq is not paying us any money. So try, when you are using words like, oh, Royalq has not given me any profit. It's wrong. It's wrong when you say Royalq has not given me any profits. No. Rather, I have not made any profits. That is okay, but saying that Royalq has not given you profits, as if when you go inside your Royalq account, you see the money there. No, the money is being made for you inside your exchange, which is your Binance. So it's not Royalq. Go inside your Binance. Your money is inside your Binance. It's not in Royalq. Revenue details you are seeing there is records. Royalq too, they are involved in accounting. They are your accountants too. They are your sales person. They do accounting job too. That's what it is there. So any amount that you make, they have to account for it. They have to tell you, this is the amount I made for you today. Oh, if you don't make any money, there's no record. So today, you don't make any money today. You won't see any record. Once you make profit, you see it. It's records. They are not withdrawable. You cannot withdraw it to go to your exchange. Your money is inside your exchange. It is safe there. It makes profit for you. The coin you are trading in. For example, if Royalq is just like a control room, like an engine room. So if you are trading BTC, you initiate a trade of BTC inside your Royalq. If you go and check your Binance, you will see that it has bought that coin for you inside your Binance. You will see that you now have USDT, BTC, that you do not buy inside your Binance. So because of Royalq, you will see that you now have BTC trading for you inside of your Binance. And that's why they say, if you are don't tamper with those things inside your Binance. You can't tamper with those coins. So Royalq is helping you to trade, making profit for you inside of your Binance. So no, Royalq does not make, Royalq is not the one paying us money. So anything about cryptocurrency, please be very much involved. Read about cryptocurrency. Make sure you understand where it began, how it started. You need to have those information. You need to have that knowledge. It's not about robot every time. Sometimes leave robots. When market is down, ask yourself, what does happen in the market? There are explanations. The last time when the market was bleeding, it was because of war. the Israel war. Ask yourself, what just happened? Or maybe you analyze the market very well. Your technical analysis was very intact. This coin must pump. It must give me 5%. And all of a sudden, the market just went down. What happened? There are answers to it. A particular coin is pumping like crazy. Why is this particular coin pumping? Recently, PSG, I think, was pumping. I don't know whether I heard they played last week or something like that. PSG say, most of all those clubs, their coins were really pumping hard. How can I set trade on Binance? I don't know. It's Royalq we are doing here. We are doing Royalq here. It's your Royalq you will trade. All right, thank you so much. So if you missed the Zoom for anything, please watch the recordings. I beg. It is very important. Always be up to date. If you miss Zoom, no problem, but watch the recordings. It's up there. By tomorrow, the recording should be up. So watch the recordings, catch up. If you are new, also try catch up with the recordings that we already have on our YouTube channel. Watch them small. Don't watch them as if it's a punishment. It's 1 hour. You don't have to sit down 1 hour straight and start watching a video. Take breaks so that you understand. Watch the video to understand, not because they ask you to watch it. Thank you so much. Thank you for everyone that took out time to attend today's Zoom. Our Zoom days and time is Mondays and Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. Nigerian time. Mondays, Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. Nigerian time. We're always here. Thank you so much to my co-host, Lucy, and to everyone on this Zoom. Thank you. Good night. Stay blessed. Keep learning and keep earning. Don't worry, better days ahead. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye,
Good.
everyone.
Thank you so much. Good
Bye-bye.
night.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Oh.